Mic check 1 2 3. Oh god, there's static. All right, how about now? Still not great, but all right, does this work? Yeah, that sounds good enough. So it's probably audio. I'm gonna hard that a little bit. All right, just
Standing down. Ready for action. Going there.
6 out of 1. One on the back.
10 floor. Copy, thank you, sir.
Reporting. Ready for action. Ready for action.
Sir, we were just informed about unpredicted demonstration, which have just begun.
Where are they exactly?
On the main street,
47 Playful.
How many people are there?
several dozen people.
Are they on the move?
Yes, they're moving to the west.
How do they behave?
They seem peaceful. We haven't been notified about any dangerous items.
All right, I'll take it from here.
Yes, sir.
1920, get rid of that one.
Okay, 1431.
Awaiting orders. On my way. Operator? Operator? On my way.
Station 1 needs you to go to...
Receiving.
we should probably send a car instead of a van, but
Operator? Get rid of that one.
they're not busy over there right now.
Back to base.
16 attacking Route 1921.
Operator? Starting chase.
Copy, thank you, sir.
Drug smuggling.
Reporting.
1431.
Alright, I need units west 1 West 182, 1 West 182.
Ready for next case. Search complete.
Copy.
What's the nearest ambulance?
Reporting.
Like, who's closer?
Receiving.
64
Operator? We can't go there now. Receiving.
Oh, that's
Receiving.
a land. I thought that was.
Ready for next case. 10-4. Ready for action.
You're down here. Receiving.
Ready for
Okay, if
action.
that's the case, then you can.
On my way. Awaiting orders. Going there. Going there.
I got you covered, sir. 17.
Wait, another.
Awaiting orders. Roger. Ready for action. Roger.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Yes, ma'am. One to let you know we are
Reporting.
en route. Also,
Reporting.
1030 Nottingham.
Starting chase.
Going there.
My partner and I
Reporting.
already took care of that.
Awaiting orders.
Copy, thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. One to let you know we are en route.
Awaiting
Also,
further
we
orders.
have
Operator.
1030 Nottingham.
Standing by. Awaiting orders.
Sir, there was a crash involving a cistern.
Where is it exactly?
Near 75 Lane.
How did that happen?
The driver lost control over the vehicle.
How many injured are there?
Only the driver is injured.
What kind of cargo was it carrying?
It was was carrying water.
Is there a leak?
There's no leak.
All right, I'll take it from here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 143
Receiving. 10-4.
Why do you send cops over?
Awaiting orders.
Oh.
On my way.
Going there.
Receiving. Receiving.
What unit?
631.
Case
Police
resolved.
assistance is required.
Injured on board. Ready for action. 10-4.
Receiving.
Try to call back for this firearm job.
We need a medic here.
14 County 97.
We didn't actually need police, but
Reporting.
fine.
Awaiting orders. On my way.
Okay, where's my...
Reporting. Going there.
6 Adam 1.
Reporting.
64 no copy and route.
Reporting.
Alright, as soon as you're done with that, then...
Ready for next case.
Station 1 needs you to go to...
Awaiting orders. 10-4.
Reporting.
We're done here.
10-4.
Sir, we can't do it.
Case resolved.
Awaiting orders. Going to the incident.
Operator? Standing by.
Call back for this
Awaiting orders. Roger. Ready for action.
Okay, I guess send more police over, because it's causing a bit too much.
We're done here. Standing by.
Going to the incident.
Operator.
Okay, no bomb, but...
Receiving.
Okay, who do I have to spare? It's just twisted ankle, but
Awaiting orders.
where's my helicopter? Ah, that's a bit overkill. Not like it matters, you don't have to pay for food.
Ready for the next case.
No,
Ready for action.
because you don't have to pay for the fuel in this game, but...
Ready for action.
Speeding...
Reporting.
Copy.
Ready for next case. Receiving.
One on the back.
And hello
For
there.
action.
My partner
Ready
and
for
I
next
already
case.
took care of that earlier today.
Awaiting orders.
Awaiting orders.
Rescue 61, engine 61.
Awaiting orders. Going to the incident.
Sir, I've just received a report of a gang fight.
Where is it exactly?
It's near 65 Southwestern Court.
Are there any injured?
Up to 5 people now.
How many people are involved in the gang fight?
There's only one shooter.
Are there any firearms involved?
We have a report of gunfire shots.
All right, I'll take it from here.
Returning to base. We're done here. Going there. Receiving. Going there. Ready for action. Going there.
Actually, that's the case, then yeah, you head over to the...
Ready for next case.
The rest side, you handle the beating.
Ready for action. Going there.
My partner and I already took care of that earlier today.
Case resolved.
Yes, ma'am. Wanted to let you know we are en route.
Reporting.
Also, you have a 10830 Nottingham.
Awaiting orders.
Operator.
Police officer under
On my
attack.
way.
Case resolved.
6 Adam 1.
Awaiting further orders.
Awaiting orders. Starting patrol duty.
Returning to base. Patrolling.
Where's my other police bo- Oh,
Reporting.
fireboat.
Going there.
Reporting. On my way.
Ready for action.
Clear.
We're done here. Operator. Ready for action.
413, we're with them.
Reporting. Going back to base.
Ready for next case. Adam 1035 Mary.
Going there.
We're done here.
Awaiting orders.
10-4.
We're done here.
Going there. Police
Requesting
assistance.
police units. Reporting.
Any units went 1 West 182, 1
We'll
West
get
182.
them. Starting chase. Awaiting further orders. Reporting. Ready for action.
Roger.
Route 1921.
Going back to base.
Full copy, thank you, sir.
Full copy. The volumes are up. We're done here.
Going there.
Get rid of that one.
14 County 97.
We need police assistance.
Returning to base.
Ready for next case. Returning.
He's gonna make it, but how is that already almost expiring? Did I miss it before?
We're done here. On my way.
Going back to base.
Multiple tickets will get
Ready for next case. Case resolved.
Going back to base.
Standing down.
10-5 unit K. Route 19.
We're done here.
Ready for the next case.
Okay, starting to lose some money, but that's to be expected. Everyone starts getting promoted. But... just make sure everyone's got the best gear right. From everyone in proper position. I don't need to, but I do like keeping the ambulances close to hospitals, just for a little bit of immersion. Well, hospitals and whatever medical centers, because I know whatever software they're using to actually find these. Some of these aren't necessarily accurate. Like, there's not 3 different hospitals here. It's just one big hospital in real life. But do I want to put a polyclinic over there, or do I just want to buy more territory later?
Standing down. Ready for action.
Awaiting orders. Going to the
faster.
incident.
Alright, any units went 1-1-1.
Because again, easy thing is I just send helicopters to everything, but I don't need to pay for fuel. But
10-4.
that's a bit absurd.
Ready for action. 10-4.
Copy, thank you, sir.
Unless of course like I can't help it. But
Going to the incident.
Reporting.
Did multiple tickets will get
Awaiting orders.
Operator?
My partner and I already took care of that earlier today.
Reporting. Operator, Roger.
Clear. 23. We're done here. Reporting. We'll get them.
40-55 medium build wearing a...
Ready for action. 10-4.
Police assistance is required.
there's something not going on patrol. Like, not like I really mind, but
Awaiting orders.
Ready for action.
We'll get them. Awaiting orders.
This is the air traffic controller from the international airport. A plane is about to make an emergency landing in a few minutes.
Do you need help?
That's why I'm calling you. We need all the help we can get. Send as many units as you can.
What kind of help do you need?
We need to secure the landing site. Some people might get seriously injured. There will be a lot of people panicking too.
What entrance should we use to access the airport?
You should send the units to
1787 Weston Lane.
Tell me, who do you need?
everyone. Firemen, medics, and doctors. There will be some problems for police to handle as well. I'm sure about that.
Okay, I'm sending all available units. Hold on.
Thank you. Hurry!
Reporting.
Operator?
Requesting a fire
Reporting.
Copy. We're done here.
Standing down.
413, we're with them.
Awaiting further orders. We're done here. Reporting.
Operator.
1499, what you want?
Ready for action.
Thought they recognized that's an airport because I didn't,
Rescue 61 engine.
wasn't getting an emergency
Ready
for a while, so.
action.
Ready for next case.
Copy. All units are up.
20 towards road.
Awaiting orders.
Clear. 23.
Ready for action. No copy, unit K. Receiving.
Reporting. Awaiting orders. Negative. Ready for next case.
Awaiting orders.
Going back to base. On my way.
10-4.
Operator.
Adam 810, 1035 Mary.
Ready for next case.
Roger.
20 towards road. Awaiting further orders.
Awaiting further orders.
Order canceled.
Alright, because the first part is only securing the area, the second part is.
Awaiting orders. We'll get them.
Returning to base.
Copy, thank you, sir.
Like, I don't have to worry about the police going everywhere, but
Awaiting orders. On my way.
Ready for action.
Reporting. Yes, ma'am. Wanted to let you know we are en route. Also, you have a 10-8.
the plane's still gonna be a while, so. Loud party.
Further orders. Fire brigade.
1920.
Going back to base.
Wait, who's requesting a fire brigade? Oh, looks like the dispatcher handled it.
Operator, starting chase.
20 towards row 11.
Holy shit!
Standing by. Going to the incident. Awaiting orders. 10-4.
Adam 810, 1035 Mary.
Ready for next case.
6 out of 1.
Awaiting orders.
Going back to base.
Reporting.
Awaiting orders.
Ready for next case. Standing by.
Adam 810, 1035 Mary. Operator?
Awaiting further orders.
Operator?
Receiving. Going to the incident.
Yes, ma'am. Wanted to let you know we are en route.
Case
Also,
resolved.
you have a 10-830 Nottingham. Receiving.
There's multiple tickets. We're getting a squad. Okay, 1431.
Reporting.
Receiving.
101.
Should've.
Receiving. Ready for
Okay,
action.
1431.
On my way.
Can I advise AMR and first responder?
Reporting. Roger.
Going back to base.
Receiving. We'll get them.
Alright, I need units went 1 West 182, 1 West 182.
Operator. Receiving.
Awaiting orders. 10-4.
Okay, 1431.
Ready for action. 10-4.
Ready for action. Ready for
Yes,
action.
ma'am. Wanted to let you know we
Going
are en
to the
route.
incident.
Also, you have going there.
It's only injured passengers?
0 Nottingham.
Yeah, I know it's a security area, but I could have sworn there was something. You still need everybody else as well.
1499.
Eh, guess not.
Awaiting further orders.
Adam 810, 1035 Mary.
Awaiting orders.
Awaiting orders. Reporting. Reporting.
1920.
Ready for action.
Case resolved.
What's with all the smugglers?
Awaiting orders.
Awaiting orders. 14 County 97.
Ah, crap, we don't.
Ready for action.
Sir, I've just received a report of a gang fight.
Where is it exactly?
It's near.
Are there any injured?
None for now.
How many people are involved in the gang fight?
It's serious. There's more than 5 shooters.
Are there any firearms involved?
They must have a few, including rifles.
All right, I'll take it from here.
To base. Yes, ma'am. Wanted to let you know we are en route.
Awaiting orders.
You have a
Reporting.
10-830
We're done here.
Reporting. Standing by.
Injured on site.
Going there.
Paramedics needed.
Going back to base.
Duncan, they're all
Reporting.
Case resolved. Receiving.
Operator?
Yeah, no, go find.
Operator?
Food poisoning.
Reporting. On my way. Going there.
Sorry, 1918. Awaiting order. Going there.
Shots fired! Injured on site. Paramedics needed.
Clear.
Operator. On my way. Operator. Roger.
Awaiting further orders.
Ah, great, an officer was hit.
Standing by.
Going to the incident. We're done here.
11821,
Reporting.
Goes for one shotgun is enough to handle that, but
Pursuit.
413, we're with them.
Awaiting orders.
We're done here. Search complete. Awaiting further orders.
Awaiting orders. On my way.
Starting chase. Reporting. Medical transport needed.
Receiving.
Case resolved.
On my way.
Going to the incident.
We're done here. Going there.
Going there.
Injured on board.
Order fire! Need backup! Need backup! We're done here. Injured on site. Paramedics needed. Reporting.
Awaiting orders. Going there.
Returning to base.
Going there. Going back to base.
Going there.
We're done here.
Pointed towards row 11.
Awaiting further orders.
Roger. Clear. 23.
Ready for next case.
We're done here. Requesting a fire team.
I show test.
We're done here.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Awaiting further orders.
I mean, I guess it's sort of fitting if it actually sounds a little bit off this time, but
Operator. 10-4. Going back to base.
Let you know we are en route. Also, you have
Receiving.
a 10-8.
you might as well pick them up as well.
Ready for next case.
Putting on fire.
Station 1 needs you to go to...
Did multiple
Standing
tickets
by.
Going there.
Standing down.
Going back to
On
base.
my way.
No unresolved incidents, just one injury. That's where was he? Yeah, okay, screw. Let's get another Well, I have some spare ambulances. Must have been when some of them got quarantined for a plague incident. He's got the most accuracy. Sniper rifle. Rifle, you get the shotgun. Give a little bit of money for now. For now, I'll just let those ambulances keep the ambulance in the garage boat. Okay, could add black heart paramedic at least. What do you use one over here?
Patrolling. Any units went 1 West 182, 1 West 182.
My partner and I already took care of that earlier today.
What's the warrant for?
Awaiting orders.
Got a callback to this firearm job.
Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Ready for action. Receiving. Case resolved. Reporting.
Chosen route.
Reporting.
Station 1 needs you to go to...
Reporting. Case resolved.
Reporting. Going there. Going back to base. Ready for action.
My partner and I already took care of that earlier today.
Operator?
Going there.
Copy. All units are up. 101.
Going there. Sir, we can't do it.
Reporting.
Earlier today.
Receiving.
That's not
Going
fair.
there.
Awaiting orders. On my way.
Operator, awaiting further orders.
Adam 1035 Mary.
Awaiting further orders. Receiving.
Yes, ma'am. Wanted to let you know we are en route. Also, you have a 10830 Nottingham.
We're done here.
Returning to base.
Got a callback
In
to this
pursuit.
firearm job.
Ready for action.
Receiving. On my way. Requesting support. Requesting immediate transport to the hospital.
Reporting. Awaiting orders.
Awaiting orders. We're done here.
Ready for next case.
Rescue 61, engine 61.
Operator, going there.
Can I advise
Case resolved.
Awaiting orders.
Clear.
Ready for action. Roger.
11. I'll take. 64.
Ready for next case.
Did multiple tickets will get
Receiving.
Ready for next case.
Copy. All units are up.
Returning to base.
We're done here.
Standing down.
Receiving.
Receiving.
My bad.
Awaiting order. Going there.
Operator,
Adam 1.
Case resolved. Going to the incident.
reporting. On my way.
Operator, going there. Operator, going to the incident.
1431.
Operator? Ready for action.
Ready for action.
Awaiting orders.
They're all 30.
Operator?
Ready for action.
One on the back.
Going back to base.
Case resolved.
Starting chase.
Try to call back to this firearm job.
What's the warrant for?
We're done here.
Receiving. Can I advise?
I said one unit there. That should be enough.
Ready for action. Operator?
I guess I can send backup.
Injured on site. Paramedics needed.
Johnson, they're all 30.
Awaiting orders. On my way. Going back to base.
Ready for action. Going to the incident. Ready for next case.
We're done here. Clear. 23. Station 1 leads you to go to...
Awaiting orders.
We have an aggressive individual here.
Ready for next case.
21.
Awaiting orders. Ready for next case. 10-4.
31.
Operator? Going there. Going there. Awaiting orders. Going there.
Receiving.
Clear.
Awaiting further orders.
We can't go there now.
Awaiting further orders.
Going there.
Operator?
What's the warrant for?
Operator?
No, don't. I need a helicopter.
Ready for next case.
Try to call back to this firearm job.
Ready for action.
Heat stroke. It's 70 degrees.
Copy, Unit K. Ready for next case.
Oh shit,
Ready
that's...
for action. Intervention necessary.
Yes, sir.
Aggressive behavior.
We need police. Awaiting orders. Requesting medical assistance.
Get well and start.
We need police assistance.
Keep that from expiring.
Ready for action. On my way. Operator?
Roger.
Going there.
1920, get rid of that one.
Ready for action. On my way. Awaiting a medic here.
Ready for the next case.
Going to the incident.
Awaiting orders. Going there. Ready for next case. Reporting.
Actually, just in case in the van.
I'm being billed wearing a white hoodie and equipment. Patrolling. Awaiting orders. Roger.
Awaiting orders.
Going back to base. Standing by.
6 out of 1.
Operator?
Reporting.
Adam 1035 Mary. Awaiting orders. The entire thing and possibly suspect information. Operator? 10-4.
Standing by.
Receiving.
Did multiple tickets will get
Awaiting orders.
10-4 Ava, Brian Diaz out of Huntington Park. Valid deal, somebody for one. Awaiting further
Injured
orders.
on board.
Try to call back.
Awaiting orders.
Firearm job.
Ready for next case.
Returning to base. One leads you to go to... Standing by.
Oh, should have sent some other units over there, but
Ready
they
for
already
next
did.
case.
Reporting. On my way.
Everything got it.
Reporting.
Copy, Unit K.
Reporting.
Reporting.
Ready for action. Going there. Ready for action. Case resolved. Receiving.
Copy, thank you, sir. Standing by. Can I advise AMR and first responder? Ready for next case. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Roger.
14 County 97.
We're done here.
413, we're with them.
Going back to base.
Clear. 23.
Going there.
Sir, we can't do it.
I'm being billed wearing a white hoodie and equipment.
Awaiting further orders. Order.
Okay, injuries? Nope. Alright. Your email was... in regards to kidnapping, but...
Starting patrol duty.
I mean, that's because you're the player, but obviously I'm not the one who saved them. I just...
1499, what do you want to put?
Ooh, a storm.
Reporting.
We'll get them. AMR first responder. Ready to go. Clear. Receiving.
Ready for action. 14.97. Receiving. Operator.
Oil spill in the storm. That does not sound fun.
Rescue 61, engine 61.
Awaiting orders. Ready for next case.
Alright, I need units went 1
Operator.
1 128. 10-5 to unit K.
Going back to base.
Pointed towards road 11.
Reporting. We're done. In pursuit. Starting patrol. Reporting. Going to the incident. Ready for action. Going there. Starting chase. Reporting. Going there.
Unit K.
Ready for next case.
The one on the back.
10-4.
Ready for next case. We'll get them.
Operator.
10-4.
Operator.
1499, what do you want to put?
We're done here. Awaiting
No,
orders.
no, no. You stay out. Stay out. Sense what?
Try to call back to this firearms up.
Reporting.
We found them.
Going back to base.
Really about that wrong way driving, like... I've done that occasionally at times when there's no one around, like,
Awaiting orders. Roger.
for short bursts, just skip having to make a U-turn, but like for that long,
Returning to base.
Operator. Returning to base. Awaiting orders. Operator.
Did multiple tickets, we're getting a...
Returning to base. Case resolved. Ready for action.
1499, what do you want to put?
Awaiting further orders.
Sir, there was a huge accident
Where is it exactly?
on the Minor Street.
What vehicles took part in the accident?
Only the bus is damaged. The driver lost control over the vehicle.
How many injured are there?
At least 10 people injured.
Is there anything else I should know?
People are trapped in the vehicle.
All right, I'll take over from here.
Yes, sir.
Try to call back.
On my way. Reporting. We're done here. Operator. On the way to the hospital. Receiving. Awaiting
okay,
orders.
this is the first one this shift, but
Going there.
Case resolved.
Adam 1035 Mary.
Awaiting orders. Injured on site. Paramedics
We
needed.
are en route. Also, we have a 10830
Operator.
Nottingham.
a large fire. That's
Awaiting orders. We're done here.
1499, what do you want to put?
Going back to base. Receiving.
1431.
Ready for action. In pursuit.
1499.
Awaiting orders.
Going there. Case resolved.
1499, what do you want to put?
Reporting.
Lieutenant, that's en route 1921.
Operator.
What's the work?
Receiving. Awaiting orders. Awaiting further orders.
Ready for next case. On my way.
Going
I should
back to
move this
base.
ambulance up
Order
here
called
later.
off. Standing by.
Going back to base.
Try to call back to this firearms up.
Receiving. 10-4. Going there. Ready for next case.
Standing by. Roger.
Operator?
We're done here.
Awaiting further orders.
Roger.
64, Duck Albion route. Yes, ma'am. Wanted to let you know we are en route. Also, you have a 10-830
Receiving.
We're done here.
We're done here.
Sir, there was a crash involving a cistern.
Where is it exactly?
Near 75
How did that happen?
The driver lost control over the vehicle.
How many injured are there?
There might be a few people injured.
What kind of cargo was it carrying?
It was carrying milk.
Is there a leak?
There's no leak.
All right, I'll take it from here.
Yes, sir.
Police officer under attack.
Going back to base.
Requesting immediate transport to hospital. Paramedics needed.
Standing by. Operator?
Operator? We'll get them. Requesting a fire
Case
team.
resolved. Going there.
Case resolved.
Going there.
Reporting. Going to the incident.
Receiving.
1920, get rid of that one.
Going there.
Operator?
Going there. Going back to base.
You're done here.
10-4.
Going there. Awaiting further orders.
We'll get them.
Case resolved.
10-4.
Standing by.
Sir, that is not possible. Ready for action.
Reporting. Ready for action. Receiving.
Going to the incident. Case resolved.
Ready for action.
Units went 1 West 182, 1 West 182.
Awaiting further orders.
Okay, 1431.
Reporting.
Awaiting further orders.
Intervention necessary.
Sir, I've just received a report of a gang fight.
Where is it exactly?
It's near...
Are there any injured?
We might have more than 5 injured.
How many people are involved in the gang fight?
There's only one shooter.
Are there any firearms involved?
They must have a few, including rifles.
All right, I'll take it from here.
14 County 97.
Operator.
Going to the incident.
Operator? Operator?
Going back to
Case
base.
resolved. Roger.
Yeah, hold on till the SWAT team gets there.
Reporting. On my way.
Receiving.
1431.
Ready for action.
All right, any units went 1 West 182, 1 West 182.
Case resolved. Going there.
What unit?
631.
Ready for next case. Going there. Receiving. Ready for action. Going back to base. Intervention necessary. Aggressive behavior.
1431.
Operator. Receiving.
Awaiting orders. Receiving.
In pursuit.
We're done here.
Police officer under attack.
Yeah, fan might be too much, but yeah, shift's almost done and nobody else is available.
1 West 182, 1 West 182.
Awaiting orders. Ready for action. On my way.
Receiving.
Awaiting orders.
Clear. 23. Ready for the next case.
Going to the incident.
Going back to
Suspects
base.
awaiting. Going back to base.
Police transport needed. Awaiting orders. Going back
I set them to wait for backup. Just stop it.
Intervention necessary. Aggressive behavior.
Going there. Receiving.
Returning to base. Starting patrol duty.
Can I advise AMR and first responder? Base to go. Clear.
Ready for next case. 10-4.
Try to call back to this firearm job.
Going back to base. Awaiting police unit.
64, don't get en route.
That's only
Going
one.
back to base. We're done here.
1431.
I got you covered, sir. 17. I'm sorry, 19. Going there.
Case resolved.
Going back to base.
14 County 97.
It's because he injured everybody.
Awaiting further
Police
orders.
transport waiting transport. Going there.
99, what you want to put?
10-5 unit K.
Returning to base.
Oh.
6 out of 1.
Can I advise AMR and first responder? Case resolved. Clear.
Suspects awaiting transport.
10-4.
6 out of 1.
Going back to base. We're done here.
Okay, I'm getting a report of the Churchill fire in McDowell and Hillsborough. Has that been addressed?
Okay, I want to move one ambulance. Yeah, this one more north. Okay, one more shift and that should be it for now.
Standing down.
Operator?
64, don't get en route. Duncan, they're all 30.
Suzanne, I got you. Route 19, 21. Operator?
Sending SWAT is overkill, but they are the nearest unit. And
Receiving. 10-4. Ready for action.
Sir, we are requested to secure transit of a VIP
From where to where?
from 1 Prosper Way to 25 Barton Road.
Who will they transport?
Mostly prime ministers and presidents.
Will the people constitute any danger?
A group of terrorists has its eyes on him.
Should we expect any riots or demonstrations?
Yes, demonstrations are to be taken into account.
All right, what are we responsible for?
We need to block the traffic on the way they're planning to take.
Okay, I'll take it from here.
Yes, sir.
Waiting
Okay,
orders.
everyone, let's stay focused and don't get
Going
distracted.
there.
We have a VIP rolling.
yeah, that's just a nature reserve and a neighborhood. That's not worth somewhere.
My partner and I already took care of that earlier today.
Reporting.
I mean, I know they can't count it that deeply, and it'd be kind of creepy if they did, but it's still kind of funny when whenever strange things like that happen. Oh wait, no, they're coming from here. That's even more than what are presidents and prime ministers doing from it over here first?
Ready for action.
Try to call back to this firearm job.
Operator. Reporting.
10-5 unit K.
Ready for action.
We're done here. Operator.
1499, what you want to put?
Operator.
I'm trying to remember what's the destination over here. Not a government complex. That's just a shopping center.
Firearm job.
Operator. Reporting.
My partner and I already took care
I mean,
of that
okay, I
earlier
guess
today.
that's not entirely impossible.
Standing by.
Some sort of PR stunt, but
Ready for action. Going there.
6-1, engine 6-1.
Ready for action.
We'll get them.
14 County 97.
Awaiting further orders.
We'll get them.
I got you covered, sir. 17.
Awaiting
Sorry,
further
19.
orders.
Awaiting orders.
We're done here.
Operator.
Operator. Roger.
Receiving. Operator. Going there.
Ready for action. Roger.
21.
We need police assistance. We're done here.
Did multiple tickets, we're getting a...
Standing by.
Sir,
You're almost done with that, so head over.
My partner and I already took
Ready
care
for
of that
next
earlier
case.
today.
Receiving. Awaiting orders. Going there.
Going there.
Operator? We're done here.
My partner and I already took care of that earlier today.
Oh,
Standing
wait,
down.
that's the destination, so...
Awaiting further orders.
Pretty sure that's another neighborhood,
Case
but...
resolved.
Okay, 1431.
Ready for action. 10-4.
We're done here. Ready for action.
Ready for next case.
20 towards row 11.
Clear. 23.
All right, VIP has just arrived at destination.
Returning to base.
Awaiting orders.
What unit?
631.
Ready for next case. Case resolved.
Get rid of that one. Okay, 1431.
Receiving.
Yes, ma'am. One to let you know we
Operator?
are en route.
Case
Also,
resolved.
you have
Sir,
a
we can't report it.
830 Nottingham.
Ready for action.
Case resolved.
Operator?
Operator, Roger.
Ready for action.
20 towards row 11.
Clear. 23. Returning to base. Operator? Ready for action. Going there.
1499, what you want to put?
Operator. Operator.
Going back to base.
Receiving. Roger.
Standing by. Reporting. Station 1. Ready for action.
I'm pretty sure that's not legal.
Ready for next case.
Going to the incident.
Ready for action. Going there. Going there.
Standing by.
Sir, that is not possible.
Operator. Ready for action.
Adam 1035 Mary.
Going to the incident.
The entire thing and possibly suspect. We're done here. Ready for action.
Awaiting orders.
No, well, yeah, no, I'm not a real 1112. Well, for one thing, I'm in the United States, so it's not 1112, it's 911 here, but anyway. Yeah, well, I'm not a real operator, this is my real home area. I'm not gonna tell you where I live, but...
Clear. 23. Case resolved. Receiving. 10-4.
Sir, the traffic lights are off.
What can we do about it?
We need police to do the traffic management.
How many injured are there?
There are no injured.
All right, I'll take it from here.
Yes, sir.
Stung by a stingray. Rescue 61, engine 61.
Standing by.
Going to the hospital.
Ready for action. Roger. Going there.
Wearing a white.
Awaiting
Need an
orders.
ambulance
Roger.
here.
Ready for action. 10-4.
6 Adam 1.
Standing by. Receiving. Reporting.
Not...
Reporting. Going there.
We're done here.
Going there. Reporting.
101.
We're done here.
We're done here.
Operator injured on site. Paramedics needed.
Ready for action.
1431.
Copy, thank you, sir.
1499, what you want to put?
Ready for action.
Not very nervous.
Receiving. Going to the incident.
Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Roger.
Copy, thank you, sir.
Going there.
Route 1921.
We found them.
Case resolved.
Row 11.
Awaiting orders. Starting
Clear.
case.
23.
Awaiting further orders. Standing by.
Can I advise AMR and first responder? Go.
We're done here.
Going there.
Awaiting orders.
Duncan, they're all 30.
Operator?
Receiving.
Can I advise AMR and first responder? Go. Going there. Water tank empty.
Going back to base.
Reporting.
14 County 97.
We're done here.
What unit? Awaiting further orders. Order called off.
312 Rock.
On my way.
10-4. Suspects in custody.
On my way.
Requesting transport. Ready for action. Going there.
Going there.
Forever, Brian.
We're done here.
Not a deal. Number 1.
Case resolved. Patrolling.
What unit?
631.
Standing by. Sir, we can't do it.
Ready for next case.
Copy, thank you, sir.
Going there.
C10, I got you in Route 1921.
We're done here.
101.
Reporting.
1499, what you want to put? Pointed towards Road 11.
Standing by. Clear. 23.
Going back to base.
Case resolved.
Requesting fire brigade.
10-4.
Going back to base.
Forever, Brian Gian of Heinz Park. Not a deal.
Awaiting further orders. We're done here.
Real routes, but it's in 30.
Well, this is. Oh.
Reporting.
Medical unit should switch a symbol.
Awaiting orders.
Pointed towards Road 11.
Clear. 23.
We need a medic here.
I'm bugged out because usually that's what happens. What time is it?
Okay, I'm getting a report of the Churchill fire in McDowell and Hillsborough. McDowell and Hillsborough, has that been addressed?
Yeah, okay, maybe we can do one more. So we get a major disaster happening.
Receiving.
10-4.
10 forever, Brian Gian of Heinz Park. Not a deal, number 1.
Operator.
Awaiting orders.
Sir, we just got a support request from the neighboring city.
From where exactly?
To the south from yours.
What happened there?
They have a major blackout.
What kind of squads do they need?
They need medical squads.
How many units do they need?
3 units.
All right, I'll take it from here.
Yes,
Just the
sir.
helicopters.
99, what you want to
Roger.
Operator. Going there.
put? Copy, thank you, sir.
Awaiting orders. Receiving.
1920, get rid of that one.
Yeah, but this take a long time. Not only to get there, but also to get back once they're done.
Standing by.
Order canceled. Reporting.
Copy, all units are out.
This might be a problem if we get the ship sinking event, but if we have enough fire helicopters as well, and police to them.
We're done
Plug
here.
it.
Going there.
Too late.
40 to 55 medium build wearing a white hoodie.
Awaiting orders. Going to the incident. Reporting.
Operator.
C10, I got you in Route 1921.
Operator.
Alright, I need units went 1 West 182, 1 West 182.
Ready for next case.
On my way.
312 Rock.
Okay, 1431.
Ready for action.
101. 10-4 Ava, Brian Diaz out of Huntington Park. Valid deal, somebody for 1.
Reporting. Roger. Awaiting orders.
14
Better not waste.
Ready for action.
Which they might need to carry.
Operator, on my way.
Police officer under attack.
Receiving. Starting chase.
Ready for the next
Going there.
Receiving.
Got a callback for this firearm job.
The entire thing and possibly suspect information.
Reporting. On my way.
Show us en route.
Oh, hello.
Case resolved.
Alright, don't have anyone spare for that.
Case
You
resolved.
have a 10-830
Receiving.
Once you're done, get over there.
Case resolved.
Awaiting orders.
Pointing towards.
Awaiting orders.
Clear. 23.
Standing by.
Ready for next case. Going there. Receiving. We'll get them. Returning to
Yeah,
base.
they should be fine without me. Just
Operator.
get that drunk driver.
Stingray. Rescue 61, engine 61.
Operator. Starting chase.
Drug smugglers.
Returning to base.
Possibly suspect information. Case resolved. Reporting. Roger.
Police transport needed.
Starting chase.
Does it again?
Intervention necessary.
Going back.
Oh,
Aggressive
yeah, I see.
behavior. 1.31. We'll get them.
6 out of 1.
Awaiting further orders.
Sir, we just received information about a bomb threat.
Where is it exactly?
How's it sound now?
In a hospital at Tyndale Road.
Is the bomb already found?
No, it was
Yeah,
reported
alright, that's
anonymously.
okay.
How are the people? How do they behave?
Everyone has left the building. They are not in danger anymore.
How much time do we have to evacuate?
We don't know. However, we should act fast.
All right, I'll take it from here.
Yes, sir.
Custody. Requesting transport.
Going back to base.
Self stung by a stingray.
Reporting. Starting chase.
Receiving.
I got you covered, sir.
Reporting. Roger. Going there. In custody. Requesting transport. Receiving. Injured on board.
Damn it, they're out of capacity.
Operator.
Where's my police helicopter?
Going back to awaiting orders.
You
14 County 97.
Reporting.
you ticket them first.
Next case.
Awaiting further orders.
Operator?
Why were you?
Operator.
Burglary, send a van.
Suspects awaiting transport. Starting chase.
Case resolved. 17. Sorry, 1918. Receiving.
Case resolved.
Going to the incident. Any units went 1 West 182, 1 West 182. Receiving.
Case resolved.
Possibly suspect information.
10-4. Awaiting orders. Going back to base.
Operator?
Kidnapping. Okay, one car should be able to handle that.
Reporting.
Case
Only
resolved.
if you,
Ready for action.
Ready for next case.
no.
Ready
Public
for
property
action.
vandalized. Fuse.
Ready for action. Going there.
Awaiting
I
further
send a regular
orders.
helicopter over as well.
Receiving. AMR and first responder. Go. Clear.
Ready for action. We'll get them. Awaiting orders.
Kidnapping.
Ready for action.
More kidnapping.
6 out of 1.
Okay, so it's peaceful. Did surrendered.
We'll get them.
On my way.
Get rid of that. Intervention necessary. Aggressive behavior.
Intervention necessary. Aggressive behavior.
Operator?
I got you covered, sir. 17. Sorry, 19.
Going there.
We're done here.
Standing by.
Yes, ma'am. Wanted to let you know we are en route. Also,
I can look it up later or something.
10-4.
Nottingham.
Roger.
Returning to base. Standing down.
We'll get them.
Going back to
Shots
base.
fired.
210, I got you. Route 1921. Going there.
64, not gonna be en route.
Ready for next case.
Adam 810, 1035, Mary.
I mean, there's quite a bit of them, but
Waiting further orders.
Awaiting further orders.
Returning to base. Operator?
burglary.
Receiving. Going there.
Awaiting orders.
413, we're with them.
Ready for action. On my way.
210 going to.
Going
We need
back
an
to
ambulance
base.
here.
We need a medic here.
Get rid of that one.
Ready for action. On my way.
Receiving. Starting chase. Returning to base.
Order canceled.
Awaiting orders. On my way. Case resolved.
Ready for action.
Oh shit,
Ready
that
for action.
took too long, so.
Standing by.
64, not gonna be en route.
Case resolved.
Maybe or maybe not, because I remember one of the trivial facts
Returning
from
to base.
the previous game from this 911 is that actually most 911 calls are actually fake, but
Operator?
Awaiting orders. Operator?
Requesting fire brigade.
or at least just not
Operator?
actually that serious as people thought they were at first, but
Alright, I need units.
of course in this game, like, because otherwise there'd be no game, you have to up
Aggressive individual here.
the emergencies a little bit, but
Reporting. 17. Sorry, 19.
Case resolved. Ready for action. Roger.
97.
What unit?
631.
Case resolved.
Yes, ma'am. Wanted to let you know we are en route. Also, you have a 10830 Nottingham.
Awaiting
in this case, since I said on the
back to base.
final promotion, I actually don't get any 911 or 1112 calls, which that's one of the few things I
We're done here.
think kind of wished about this game, that in the previous one, 911 operator, it was
Returning to base.
you always answer 911 calls only, but in this one, since they wanted to give you a different tiers of promotion, you eventually start outsourcing 911 calls to your dispatchers. But I kind of wish like maybe once in a while they still give you a call to handle yourself.
31.
Standing by.
Awaiting further orders.
Try to call back to this firearm job.
Reporting.
I have a Brian Diaz out of Huntington Park. Got a deal. Somebody for one.
We're done here.
Can I advise a returning to base?
Anyone get injured? No. Well, that's what they're trained for.
Okay, I'm getting a report of the Churchill fire in McDowell and Hillsborough. McDowell and Hillsborough, has that been addressed?
Sometimes they do get. I imagine also sometimes because of the amount of prank calls they might get, they might. Like, they'll still have to take everything seriously, but maybe not as much. It won't be as stressful anymore because they're only 50-50 about what is real, and... Okay, only 4 minutes until 4:30, so... Yeah, I guess one more duty's fine. Just...
Standing down.
1431. Operator? On my way.
Oh wait, that's just kind of tree. Just... What's a dispatcher handle that? Because I don't want to get angry emails from the crews about it.
Operator, 10-4.
Receiving.
Sir, we just got a support request from the neighboring city.
Another support request.
From where exactly?
To the west from yours.
What happened there?
They're searching for a missing person.
What kind of squads do they need?
They need firemen.
How
How
many
many?
units do they need?
5 units.
All right, I'll take it from here.
5 units to
Yes,
look for
sir.
one dude. Okay.
Roger.
Roger.
Yeah, forget it. I'm outsourcing that.
Reinforcements reporting for duty. Reinforcements reporting for duty.
Reporting. Ready for action.
Roger.
Operator.
Operator.
The entire thing impossible.
Operator.
Yeah. Yes, you need support, so I'll just call support from another team to support you.
Requesting fire brigade. Awaiting further orders.
Yeah, they do, and again, both in the. If you were to go on the earlier I don't want to say difficulty because that's a different thing in here. Like
Transport needed.
when you're still, I thought I did send an ambulance.
Awaiting orders. Operator. Receiving.
But anyway, yeah, an earlier tiers, I think that's the best word for it.
Awaiting orders.
You did have to take calls, and some of them were possibly fake or at least over-exaggerated, and you had to, or not emergencies, and you had to deal with that.
Case resolved.
In the previous game, 911 operator, again, since you only handled calls, you had to.
Awaiting further
You also had to
orders.
decide when to or when not to send somebody, and you can get penalized for getting that wrong, but. And of course, that there are times where
Operator. Going there.
even if it turns out to be nothing, you still have to send help anyway because it seems serious enough,
Fire engine needed.
and without good reason to believe it's fake, then you.
Awaiting orders.
64, don't copy en route.
It's
Operator.
okay. 75 degrees. That's 75 degrees on up here in Long Beach. I guess that's somewhat believable, but
Adam 1035.
Receiving. Receiving.
oh shit!
Reporting. Ready
We
for
found
action.
them.
Ready for action.
you get that emergency from keep that emergency from expiring.
10-5 unit K.
Like they
I'll get you covered, sir.
Awaiting further
in the
orders.
previous game, they also put a parody of the 911 call where the 5-year-old asked for math help, but they also put in
Awaiting
a reference to the one
Going back to
pepperoni
base.
pizza call, where
Station 1 needs you to go to.
Receiving. 10-4. Receiving.
well they can be here as well. It's just
Yes, ma'am. Wanted to let you know we are en route. Also, you have a 10830 Nottingham.
Awaiting
we can
orders.
get warnings for first, but
Reporting.
Going back to base.
Done here. Going there.
Going to the incident.
101.
but yeah, that one call where a lady called 911 and was supposedly ordering for a pepperoni pizza, but even though the operator was telling her she got the wrong number, she kept insisting for a bit. And since she wasn't drunk, however, the operator then asked her like, is it because there's somebody threatening and she can't speak honestly? And she said that, and she answered yes, but just yes, so that the person thought it was he just answering a pizza question. And yeah, so the operator sent police officers and helped solve the incident, and they put a reference to that call in the previous game, man.
Reporting.
10-4 Ava, Brian Diaz out of Huntington Park. Valid deal, number 1.
On the way to the hospital.
We need a medic here.
Ready for action.
Oh Jesus! Why are there so many people got hurt on?
Standing by.
Operator.
The police get there too late or something?
Sir, we've just been informed about an accident on a construction site.
Where is it exactly?
It's at.
Well, what happened? What's going on?
There's a temporary blackout in the district. The power line was damaged.
Are there any injured?
Luckily, there were not many people at the site. There are only a few injured.
All right, I'll take it from here.
Yes, sir.
We're done here.
Needs you to go to.
Awaiting
Medical
further
transport
orders.
needed.
Awaiting further orders. Returning to base.
Awaiting orders. Operator?
Did multiple tickets will get
Roger.
Awaiting further orders.
Alright, in the previous game, they also had to deal with occasional calls by kids.
We're done here.
And if you did send an officer over there, then they would. The incident report would say that they had to interview a babysitter or a parent who wasn't aware, but.
Operator?
Oh, but you could actually ignore those calls if you want, which I don't think you actually can in real life, but.
Reporting.
Operator?
Reporting.
But I remember like that probably is kind of thing that sometimes can be hard to when discerning 911 abuses, because some people legitimately just either maybe they're kids playing with the phone and by accident, or the adults who just don't necessarily know, just don't have a good sense of how serious it actually is.
Case resolved.
Going there. Awaiting
Like
orders.
Going back to
in the
base.
previous game, and so there were some calls here where you got calls from people saying like I was robbed, and then like turned out they were robbed yesterday, and yeah, some people understandably maybe don't know that the police have a non-emergency line and you can actually go into their district, but
Try to call back to this firearm job.
Returning to base. Receiving. On my way. Reporting.
Awaiting orders, Roger.
Earlier today.
We're unable to move. Awaiting orders.
I'm able to move.
Awaiting orders. On my
Alright,
way.
what's happening?
Ready for next case.
Ready for action.
Receiving. Going to the incident.
I slow everything down for a bit. We can just make sure everything is okay right now.
Going there.
Let's see.
Possibly suspect information.
Yeah,
Operator.
you're heading over for missing child search.
My partner and I already took care of that earlier today.
Going back to base.
Ready for next case. Operator?
One on the back.
Receiving. Receiving. Returning to base. Going to the incident.
Yes, ma'am. Wanted to let you know we are in
Roger.
Also, you
Okay,
have a
found them.
10-830
Or her.
Ready for next case.
Receiving.
Standing by. We need a medic here.
Yeah, there's a boy, but
Copy, thank you, sir.
Reporting.
fire on boat, banana water.
Going back to base.
Do I have any spare
Transport needed.
Going back to base. Receiving.
Case resolved.
I get the helicopter over.
Receiving. Going to the incident. Case resolved. Awaiting orders.
By now allowed.
Can I advise?
Going back to base.
Reporting. Receiving. On my way.
Alright, I need units west 1 West 182 1 West.
Going there.
Stung by Stingray.
Receiving.
61 engine 61.
If we're doing taking banana boats that far into the ocean anyway.
Receiving.
An abandoned package.
Operator?
Receiving.
Surprisingly, most of these never end up anywhere, but
Operator. Roger.
they'll send all the
Sir, I've just received a report of a gang fight.
gang fight where.
Where is it exactly?
It's near
Are there any injured?
up to 5 people now.
How many people are involved in the gang fight?
There's only one shooter.
Are there any firearms involved?
We have a report of gunfire shots.
All right, I'll take it from here.
Awaiting orders.
Reporting.
Injured on board.
Going back to base. Awaiting further orders.
Reporting.
Reporting. Requesting medical assistance. Receiving.
1499, what you want to put?
Receiving.
Okay, they're all done. But
Roger.
where's the nearest?
Ready for
Okay,
action.
Roger. Operator.
aggressive drunk man.
What unit?
631.
Returning to base.
Can I advise AMR and first responder?
Operator,
Great, another.
ready for action.
Ready for action.
Pointing towards road 11.
Drunken husband.
Operator.
23.
Awaiting further orders.
Sir, we can't do
We'll
it.
get them. Receiving.
Firearms up. Real loud, but it's enter.
We're done here.
Negative.
Awaiting further orders.
Roger. Operator,
Blood man is arriving, so.
going there. Police unit.
Again, it's only one fucking dude. Why?
10 for Ava, Brian Gian out of Heinz Park.
Going there.
He wasn't even armed with a gun. He was armed with a taser.
Case resolved.
631.
But yeah, sometimes that does get serious. So yeah, I do send like at least a van. So I keep at least one SWAT unit nearby everywhere, but.
Station will be at 42nd Street Oyster Bar.
I mean, okay, the van is probably good enough most of the time, but it's just I just don't like dealing with injuries if that ever happens.
This is command. Go ahead and headquarters on time 18.
Loaded. Okay. 40k mod. But yeah, that's definitely enough for now. Alright, then bye everyone.